Now let's see all the components you can use with the micro:bit. Firstly, we go through the micro:bit. Here is the micro:bit, and this is the wire, and this is the battery case. You can add 2 VA battery in it. And also this is the USB cable you can connect to the PC and upload the code into the micro:bit. The micro:bit is look like this with 25 LED. Then can make different patterns and different light levels, and with basic 0, 1, 2, 3 volt and ground connections. You can connect this basically from 3 volt to ground, 2 to ground, and also 1 to ground and 0 to ground. When you connecting 0 to ground is usually using for the speaker, so it's easier. If you are connecting 1 or 2 to the ground, then you can mostly using for other complex projects, for example the LED light projects. You can make it patterns, and also it can have many different other gold finger. Every little tiny pin is also a circuit, and it can be digital or analog. You have to follow the instructions. The details will be shown in the instructions book. It can help you to make even more complex projects. For example, to make pianos or any different kind of complex projects. Now let's see some of the components you can using with the micro:bit. Let's see all the components. We can showing you one by one. For the more basics, we can looking at the wire. This is one type of the wires. There are many different kinds of wire you can use. Some of the wire is copper, some can be steel, and also there is difference of the thickness of the wires, and some of the wire head is already cut off. Otherwise you have to cut it off yourself using special cutters. There are wire cutter you can use, or you can use the model cutter to help you to cut off. Just simply to cut off around 1/3 or a little bit, then you square it out just like this. Then using a cutter, then it will directly cut off. If you're using the cutter, you have to practice many times to make it easier to do so. Then let's see the other kind of the wires. This is the other kind of the wires. As you can see, it is more useful for the jumper designs. And also you can easily to collect the wires while the head is already cut off for you. And this is the metal wire. You can see this is only one of the wire on this. Some of the wire is twisting from many small wire. For example, the common copper wires, they are twisted together and become a wire. It can be used for different purposes. For beginners, this kind of wire is much easier to collect while it's only one metal pile wire, and the metal is so very strong on the wire head. So it can easier to using it on slow. Then you can see the other components. This component is LED. LED you can buy as the transparent colors like this, but it can also showing different colors. So, for example, white, green, or yellows. And also it can make different color from the one simple LED light. It can be changing the color itself. You can ask the seller to sell for you and a little bit more higher price. And also you have to load the wall. This around 3 volt to open the LED. And also LED have the positive and negative side, so you have to be careful before using it. One is negative and positive, and you can see it on the side. Usually the vertical is represent the positive side, and you can easier to, for safety, you can test it before using the old batteries, two A batteries to testing before using. If the volt is not too high, it can support for testing. If you collect correctly, it must be has some light on the top, so you can find whether it is positive. Usually this is the positive side, the vertical size. And it can have more LED light, this kind of light. This kind of light is usually using for the indicators, so it's already showing one color, and the head is already in the red color, so it's showing red colors. For example, you light up the system, it will light up. And also it can have the green colors, and also it can be many colors. You can just ask the seller to sell to use. It's more easy to know whether the color of the LED will show. And the other component is a speaker. You can use to connect with the micro:bit. There is different kind of the speaker. There is very small size, and this is very large size. With one or one more speaker, it can provide much larger sound. You can choose to make the game more interesting with the micro:bit. You can connect this with the ground when using it, and the other side you connect it with this side. On the zero, you can just make it straight on it. You simply the coping strap can help you to drag on it. So just doing something like this, then you can make the sound effect. And this side connect to zeros. There are some of the components that help you to easier to collect. You can buy online. It is a more basic design. You can using this coping strap to help you. Using this can be easier to test and to cancel, and also you have to need to buy the crocodile clamps at once. And this is the professional crocodile clamp. It's just doing the same things. And crocodile clamp, one of the benefits of the crocodile clamp, it is totally making of metal, so it's much easier to collect the circuits. And you can easier to collect the thing like this. You directly collect the wire on the ground, then you collect the other side of the wires on the biscuit so it can be collected. Then you can collect the other sides. Even the wire is broken, you can also using the black side to make it collect together. Then the circuit is collect together. The black side collect to the zeros. It's much convenience, and also it can be easy to cancel or to change other components. For complex projects, you can also using the crocodile script to connect two micro:bits to make something together. With the 3-volt battery, you can also collect like this. You collect the 3-volt and grounds, then you can connect to the motors. Especially using the solar power motors, it can be easier to run up those motors. So you can do more complex projects. Now we can see watching on the circles. This is a very common circles in the remote controls world. It is called the VOOV circles. This can generate high power and not using too much of the input power. Then you can be changing this case the circle it will turn left or right. It will twisting. You can changing the range size. If you can using this cross size components to help you to move anything. You can using for tears or to start running the motors forward or backward. You can do many things. Even and robot arm also using this as the components. So you can using it in the future's complex projects. Usually you also using the feeble and ground and connecting to the red and black wires. This is for the batteries, and the white color is the signals you can connect with the 0, 1 or 2 or any tiny slot with other components, so you can collect the circle to do the thing you want. And the final components in this example is the breadboard. Breadboard is the most complex and useful board for beginners to learn. This can be extend the circuits, and there are different 9 of the on the system. The outer line is vertical and the inner part A to J is horizontal, so you can easier to collect the things. It is much complex. You can watching the other examples online for more details, and also we can do some projects to show you how to collect the on this board. And this board have the many benefits. You know this to soldering to testing the things, and also you can add even IC for you to make the project much complex. For example, you're making a remote control car. You can adding different kind of IC. Then you can place this place you can place on your projects. This can material out is a sticker on the bottom. Then you can make the thing just like the remote control bowl. This can be very useful, and also while you complete the project, you can directly to stretch out the things and just pick them back. then it can save you many times. Hope it can help you to begin your DIY projects. Thank you for watching.